From Springfield, Missouri, the Cooper Tennis Complex, the Mylan World Team Tennis Championship. The King Trophy would be decided tonight. First up, men's singles for the Kastles, Bobby Reynolds. For the Lasers, Mike Russell.
Well, this was a vital set for Mike Russell to try and get his team, the Springfield Lasers, off to a good start, and he did just that. He broke serve of Bobby Reynolds, who is playing his last singles match for the Kastles. But Bobby Reynolds broke back right there with that break of serve, and then all of a sudden things started changing around for Reynolds and the Kastles. It was contested very hotly and very evenly right through to, of course, the first set tiebreak.
And these guys know each other so well from having played over the years on tour. And in the end, it was Reynolds who suddenly grabbed the momentum. It was a 9-point tiebreak.
And the mistake finally came from the racket of Mike Russell, and that set the tone for the rest of the evening.
It really did. The Kastles taking it 5-4. The 9-point tiebreaker goes to Reynolds. Women's singles was up next. Olga Govortsova for the Lasers, returning against Martina Hingis.
And Govortsova played the set of her life the other night against MVP Daniela Hantakova. She got off to a terrific start against Hingis, was up 2 games to love. Hingis looked very tight, but then a 3-all point changed everything. She double folded, and Hingis started to take advantage and use all of her experience and guile to get herself back into the set, and eventually, again, another set victory for the Kastles. Every 3-all point went Hingis' way, even with shots like this.
The conditions were tricky down on court. It was fairly breezy. Didn't make it easy to play consistent tennis, and Govortsova struggled. But then again, Hingis was brilliant.
Unbelievable shots like that gave Hingis the victory in the set, and the Kastles another lead that really became wider and wider.
5-2, the set goes to Hingis. That was the last time that the Lasers would lead. Men's doubles next. This is Hutchins and Russell taking on Pays and Reynolds.
Well, the doubles team of Bobby Reynolds and Leander Pays have been so solid over the years for the Washington Kastles, and extremely good in pressure situations, and they were again tonight. They had a lead and they took advantage. Great points like this from Hutchins and Russells, but it wasn't able to just close the gap enough.
We talk about getting off to good starts in these abbreviated sets, something that the Lasers didn't do in this one. You know, Hutchins lost his serve early and they just couldn't recover.
That's right, and great returning and great volleying from Bobby Reynolds at the net, and his last ever point for the Kastles was a good one for Bobby Reynolds.
They were up 15-8 after the third event going into halftime. When we came back, it was women's doubles out of the break. Anastasia Rodionova alongside Hingis and alongside Govortsova. Liga Dekmayer-Thomas.
And just great hands from Hingis and good communication with Rodionova really just, again, just solidified them as such a great team. They've been so solid all year for the Kastles. They had a big lead going into this particular set, and they were using it. They were free and loose and hitting shots for winners all over the court.
Yeah, the Lasers have been solid in women's doubles when they needed it, but it seemed like the Kastles were getting the breaks. Things were definitely going their way. 5-1, they took that. Mixed doubles was the closer, Pays and Hingis. Some moments of highlight for the Lasers. Govortsova with that great return alongside Hutchins, but they just didn't have enough. Pays reading the play so well. And again, Hingis able to finish.
Just so smart at the net, Martina Hingis. You cannot hit the ball through her. They kept trying to do that with Hingis and Pays at the net. Pretty tough pair to hit the ball through. The second best mixed doubles team in the league. They had a massive lead going into this, and we just saw some brilliant play from both of the two great players. Yeah, great hands from Russell there, from Ross Hutchins, but in the end, just too strong once again from the Kastles.
Yeah, went down to a 9-point tiebreak. Hingis some brilliant moments, but Pays the finisher, and the Kastles win their 4th consecutive King Trophy, their 5th in 6 years. What a moment for the Kastles, again, champions of Mylan World Team Tennis.